Hello, trading is closed on February 25th, 2019. My last call said 80% of the time this pattern from Friday would close at a new high, and that today's open was a surrogate for Friday's close. So we got the 80%, which is a new high. Now we said if we didn't hit a new high, it was very negative. That was an easy call. If we did get the new high, we didn't really have a call one way or the other. This is the pattern with the early low, as predicted. Tomorrow's pattern has the early high, late high. Most of the time, it's the same pattern as this. It winds up with an all-day rally and a close near the high. But if it fails, it falls in a straight line, and that's a possibility for tomorrow. Here's these F's actually belong here. I was at work all day, didn't have much time to look at this. Anyway, we got an ultimate sell signal, we got lower prices, but the system said it would retrace, and it did. Now, brought out of hibernation is Tom DeMark's 9-13-9 sequential sell signal, which triggered today. It's failed many times in the bull market. If this were all I had, I wouldn't bet money on it. But if it works, it's a very powerful sell signal and can lead to a straight line move down. We don't get a big drop in the next 3 days, even though it isn't part of the rules of DeMark. I would personally forget about it because the ones I've seen work fast. So we have a sell signal, can't be certain it's going to work. This is a very negative pattern. We gapped up, hit a higher high, couldn't hold on to any of these highs, couldn't hold on to any of the lows, which is even more negative. And what's really negative is we had an all-day drop and we cleared all these lows. It should lead to lower prices tomorrow, invalidate if we take this high out early. But absent that, it should lead to lower prices tomorrow. And the fact that we're still in a rising wedge and dropping isn't a sign for optimism either. So, tomorrow's call. It's the pattern that's usually positive. When it drops in a straight line. If we don't take this out early, we look for lower prices. And if we start to fall in a straight line, if that happens, there are much lower targets. Now, we had said for a long time there was a target in the low 2800s. That target was hit today. A target isn't a stop and reverse, but it is a resistance area. So we've fallen from resistance. The target was based on the whipsaw after the FOMC announcement. We're up really over 140 points from the price at the FOMC announcement. I can't say the same technique is going to work, but if this is the high, and if it worked, we should drop 280 points from the high or so. So if we start to drop in spades, frankly, which hasn't happened yet, but if we do, I believe it, and if we clear this, the whole argument falls apart. Possible top here, and that's today's call.